Let's see. Make sure that people are coming in here. Very good. Uh-huh. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Give folks a few minutes to come on in the room. Let me tag Clarity. Uh-huh. Hello, hello. Alrighty. Let's see. How you guys doing? Hello, hello. Was just checking in to see, make sure we had everything here. Hey, Monique. How are you? Thank you for being here. And on time too, baby. I love that. I love that. How you doing? I'm so happy that you enjoy the song Clarity. I was waiting for some other folks to get on in here, but we're gonna go ahead and open up with the song and just go like that. How you doing? How are you? Hello, hello. Hope you have had a wonderful week. This has been an interesting start to the year. So let's start with some clarity.
Clarity. To bring us focus in a world full of chaos is sometimes all that we need.
Y'all come on in the room, just vibe with me. We're starting off with just listening to the music, and we're gonna have a discussion.
Listen. I am clear. My heart is centered. My mind is intentionally free. The only person I can save is myself. The only person I can heal is myself. The only path
Hey, Queen Goddess. Hello, hello.
is my own.
Thank you for
I
being
release
here.
the trauma and projections from those around me. It is my job to be the best and highest version of myself. That's it. Nothing less, nothing more. I can't help anybody.
We're gonna start in a minute. I'm just giving folks time to come on in the room.
Programming in my mind,
and we're vibing to clarity.
I have to give,
yes.
And so there is nothing left for me. My siblings, my parents, my family, my friends, my co-workers, not even my partner, is my responsibility. I can't make them change. I can't make them want better.
Yeah.
I remove the priority that I gave their issues over my own, as they are a mere reflection of the inner work.
Can you hear?
I need to focus on. I give them space to grow, to
yes.
make mistakes.
Hey, Ertine. Yes, this is my song. It's called Clarity.
They don't need
it's gonna be the topic of discussion today. I discern codependency within myself, and I release the need to be needed.
It is my sole responsibility
yes.
to attend to my own healing, my own path. I receive enlightenment. I hold myself accountable because I am.
And also, guys, the song, Ertine and whoever else is here, the song is pinned to this live. You can purchase it and download it and be able to listen to it at any time. It's $7.77. So y'all definitely check it out, share it, get it for a loved one. Yes. I need music for self-love. This delusion and illusion gotta go. It's gotta go, boo. Yes. So grateful for that, Monique. Thank you.
I have lost the fears, the insecurities, and the limitations projected onto me. This new understanding, enlightenment of who I am, where I was, and where I'm going is clear. I move forward in clarity.
Yeah. Aww. I appreciate that, Monique. Y'all say it with me. I am clear. My heart is centered. My mind is intentionally free. Yeah. ahead and pause that real quick. Hello, hello. Um, sure. Well, no, because I'm reading here. Um, hello, hello. Thank you so much. Monique says, never ever have I heard my soul cry in music. That's beautiful. Thank you. I'm going to screenshot that. Because that is beautiful. Thank you so much. That is the deepest compliment that I think an artist can get, is that people are resonating with the art that we are putting out, and it is affecting, impacting, and changing their lives in a positive way. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. We're doing this new thing this year. Not We've kind of been doing it already, but just a little bit more organized, which is called Soulful Sundays. Okay, and so you guys will see me twice a month. We will announce the dates, and we will be doing Soulful Sundays. I know that a lot of you guys are here because you have listened to my music. Hello, Golden Era. Thank you so much. That is beautiful. What language is that you're typing in? I'm kind of reading it so I understand, right, in my spirit. But what language is that? And so we're doing Soulful Sundays, where we hop on and we discuss, we're infusing music and healing all at the same time. And this is actually a little preview to what we will be doing in community. And so Evie and I have started the High Vibes and Soul Healing community. And, in light of the recent drama with social media, as far as like TikTok, and is it here, is it not here? It was, for me, confirmation in my spirit of what spirit has been telling me, which is connect directly with your community in different ways outside of social media, so that if for any reason today or tomorrow somebody decides to turn the off switch on, you still can be in partnership with community. You can still connect with community. Community can still connect with you. You can still provide safe spaces for people to be able to express themselves. And so that's what we're doing. So you will be seeing me a lot less on open social media, and I will be focusing my energy into community. But there are free memberships available, so don't worry about that. As far as I know, we're on YouTube, and there's like a YouTube membership that's popping up. We're moving away from that and more going into a platform that we own. So attached to the description of this video is the link to that community. It will send you to my Shopify, and we have a private community there where we will be having a lot of information, y'all. I'm talking about, we're gonna start weekly journaling sessions where we hop on live and we do some breath work and some meditation together, and then we all together on live will be journaling for like 15 minutes. And then if you want to share, if you want to get feedback, it's just I'm about creating space and creating community, because we need it. We need each other. Y'all need me, I need y'all. You know what I mean? Like, so much. The thought process is, I'm INDEP. Listen, I done danced the boosie too. However, we need community. We need people. You cannot do this by yourself, going through what we have gone through in life and what we're about to go through, because I don't know if y'all know, the earth, our world, is shifting. The recent events that are happening in our world, whereas, LA's on fire and the other side of the US is freezing. This debacles with elections, the stuff that's happening with TikTok and social media and censorship. This ish about to get real crazy. Okay. And so I really want you guys to know that there is a safe space that you can come to, where you can tap in and you can, get guidance, support, understanding, and tools that you can use in your real life. We will be giving you guys like PDFs to work through, journal prompts. Like, there's be a lot of different stuff that we'll do. But again, we're going to be doing a lot of that off of social media. So make sure that y'all tap in. Go ahead and sign up now. We do have paid memberships, and of course, paid memberships get more access, right? Like, they see me twice a week instead of once a week, or twice a week instead of twice a month. They will get exclusive access and first dibs on music releases, on retreats that we have. There will be some discounts on the products that our merch and our spiritual tools and products that we have to help. So there's benefits to both, but definitely we're taking up space, okay? And so thank you so much, Monique. So yeah, so we'll be doing that. So make sure that y'all tap into community. The link is on all of my social media bio. I still have a TikTok, but I haven't even gotten back on the app today because all of this has shifted me. And I've just remembered that, like, you're supposed to build community anyway in real life and not just on social media. So you won't be seeing me on social media as often. Most of the social media stuff will be to promote coming to community, because that extra step separates the real people that's really trying to heal and really trying to grow and really need community. That extra step separates those people from the folks that just want to be nosy or just want to siphon energy or just want to like be negative. And we don't have time for that. I'm not putting energy into that. Okay. So as I'm calling my power back and y'all along with me, we will definitely have a safe space. I'm so happy. Monique says, I've been wanting something exactly like this. The good God has heard my heart. I love that. I love that. Thank you guys so much. So yes, definitely we are here. I see Love Ivy. Every time I feel down, I listen to your music and repeat it. Thank you for sharing. You are so welcome. Thank you so much. Hey, Queen Goddess. Thank you so, so much. I appreciate that. That is literally the reason that my music comes from my own healing work. And it's not always sad healing work. Sometimes I'm in a really good mood, you know what I mean? But my music comes from my healing work. And these are things that I'm saying to myself. I say it all the time. I'm really talking to me. I'm just letting y'all in on the conversation between me and my ancestors and the universe and the divine. Okay? Like, y'all just getting an inside seat. But my music is really for me. But nevertheless, thank you all for vibing with us, listening to the music, sharing, continue to share, continue to run those streams up. I'm so appreciative of you guys. Like, literally, I need y'all to know that I had no idea the impact that my music would make in the world. I had no idea. I knew that it was something impactful and it was changing me. I had no idea the impact that it would have on other people. So I'm very grateful for that. Very, very grateful for that. Queen Goddess says they steal energy when we create space. I had no clue. When I'm saying there, I want to be clear on what I'm saying. Queen Goddess, and to anyone else who's listening, is social media is a free for all. So you have real people that's really trying to like build community. You have folks that are expressing their art through various mediums. You have people that need and want validation. You have spam bots. You have negative folks. You have people that are trying to siphon energy. Like, literally, people scroll on social media to try to pull at energy. Have you ever been on a social media binge and you get off and you feel cluttered and you feel like, what am I supposed to do? You feel a little bit ADHD. You feel a little scattered. That's because that's all that energy, right? That's there. And so what I'm saying is that we are creating safe spaces where people can be safe from that, right? It's where people that really want the help, that really are looking for community. I know when I started my spiritual, well, one of the times I started my spiritual journey, I was like, okay, so cool. I recognize what doesn't work for me anymore. I know that I need to change, but what exactly am I supposed to do? Like, can somebody give me a step by step? I didn't have that, right? And I'm not saying that I'm giving that to you all, because to an extent, your journey is for you. Some things that work for me will not work for you. But at the same time, I wish that I would have had a safe space and community to say, okay, I may not, on my own personal, journey, I may kind of fall sometimes, but I know that, okay, on Wellness Wednesday, I'm gonna hop on and Joy gonna have something good for me. You know what I mean? On Soulful Sundays, we'll be able to have a group discussion and people will be able to share and learn and grow and, that type of thing. So that's literally what we're creating. And like I said, my purpose, I'm really laser focused on creating safe spaces that are inclusive of all people, that honor and celebrate all people. Because we are people underneath the skin, underneath our genders. We are just humans that want to be loved. right? And want to be safe. And that's what we're creating. Okay, so make sure that y'all tap into community. Like I said, the link to the community is in the description of this video, but you also can go to any of my sites and any of my social media pages and find it there as well. But we're gonna tap into what we're talking about today, which is clarity. Thank you so much. Oh, Monique said your music became that space for me. Absolutely, absolutely. It's that space for me as well. I'm just called to take it a step higher, if that makes sense. So, we're gonna talk about clarity, and in the song, right? Like it's the whole topic is I want to talk about the themes that came up in that song for me and for some of you guys and why you're resonating with it. And let's just kind of like flesh out some of those ideas. Please type, when we get into community, there should be a space for us to be able to pull people on video. On YouTube, we're not doing all that because we ain't finna, so, and I don't even know how to. I think you can only invite one person at a time, which is a mute point. But yeah, so with clarity, the theme, the first sentence is clarity to bring us focus in a world full of chaos. Clarity is sometimes all we need. And so a lot of times I think what I hear a lot is people say, when I first heard that, I thought you were going to be talking about something else. I had no idea that you were talking about clarity within myself. And that's what I definitely want to talk about. A reflection question. You can answer this now via typing in the chat. You can answer this in your own journal. Again, these are things that we'll be doing in community, so I just want y'all to get used to it. But a reflection question I have with that is, what areas of your life feel unclear or potentially chaotic right now? If anyone feels like typing that or typing their response in the chat, you have free reign to. If you want to save that, write that question down and write a journal prompt for that. Do that. What areas of your life feel unclear or chaotic right now? And what do you intend to do about it? And when I say intend, it means that you may not be able to do anything right now about it. You may not be able to put any action items into play, but what is your intention? Because everything that we do starts off with an intention, right? Like I have to set the intention that, okay, I live in my mama's house right now and it's mad chaotic, but as soon as I get out of here, I'm going to do thus, and so. That's an intention, right? And so, I understand that not a lot of times are you able to physically just change your environment like that. Sometimes I have been in a marriage that was abusive. And so, you got to go through some steps to get out of that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not expecting people to be able to immediately change, but I just want you to start thinking about it. What areas of your life feel a little unclear? Any areas that feel chaotic? And what do you intend to do about them? Queen Goddess, do you mean in areas in your chakras or in life? Either one. Either one. I was meaning life, but your chakras are a reflection a lot of times of what's happening. So if you have blocked chakras, then there's some blockages that are coming from life situations. So wherever you are in your journey, however you need to answer it, there is no wrong answer, y'all. This is work for you. This is something that I want us to know. This is something that I want us to be mindful of, is that a lot of the times we have been socialized by our education system, by our government, to want to say the right answer. And there in life, in hard work, in spiritual work, there is no necessarily right answer, because there's not an answer that is fit for every single person, right? And so what feels right to you? However you want to answer that question, what feels right to you? There's no wrong answer. I'm not judging you. You don't get a zero if you get the wrong question. You know what I mean? Like, this is that safe space. And there's a lot of spaces where people are releasing blockage, honey, because I didn't even have to burp before I got on here. But whoever's here and you're releasing blockages, I'm transmuting that energy for you. Let it go, okay? Because I'm like, where are the burps coming from? I'm not even doing that. But I understand that part of who I am is a transmute energy, which is another reason why I like to keep safe spaces. Okay. Hey Genevieve. And I thank you. I'm taking care of my terminally ill mother, and in I feel in such a rut. I'm just working. I'm working in her home. I'm just doing work at home, but taking care of her gets hard. Absolutely, understand it. Thank you for sharing that, Genevieve. Thank you for welcome to the chat. Thank you for being here. We honor you. We honor your sharing. We honor your heart that you have to take care of your mother, and we send you all love and light. But yes, thank you for sharing that. And definitely, it gets hard being a caregiver. It definitely gets hard because so much of your day is about someone else. And even if you are honored or happy to serve, it still gets overwhelming, right? And so that's one of the things that my song Clarity is about, is that, taking those times to recognize, like, I can do what I can do, but it is not my responsibility to heal someone else. I don't have that power to heal you. I can make sure that you're eating what you're supposed to eat. I can make sure that you're going to your doctor's appointments. I can make sure that you have all the things that you need. But that's not my responsibility, right? I can't save you. I can't make you want better for yourself. Those types of things. If the doctor is saying, okay, you got to do this, this, and so, and you still won't eat pork chops, I can't change that for you. You know what I'm saying? What I can do is live a life in front of you, and I can love you, and I can show you how I love myself and how I take care of myself, and hopefully that be an example to you on what you need to do, right? But yeah, that's literally one of the themes of the song, is just being mindful in those spaces, and making sure, Genevieve, make sure that you sign up for the community. Make sure that you log in, that you go in and do your profile, and just sign up, y'all. I'm not asking for all your data. You literally an email and a phone number and your name. That's it. Like, I don't need all the information. I don't want it. Just so you know. But yeah, so you'll be able to get a little bit more clarity in that. But this is why I'm creating these types of containers, so that people can come and, like, get that understanding and just be heard, and allow someone to affirm you, and let you know that, like, you're not crazy. It is okay. It is normal to have the feelings of, I want to take care of my mother, but at the same time, God damn, can I get a day to myself? You know what I mean? Like, I get it. I totally understand that. So yes, absolutely. Make sure that you sign up for that. But yeah, those are the types of things that, we're discussing. And, when you are dealing with clarity, those areas that feel maybe, a little, unclear, a little blocked, a little, you know, disheveled at the moment, these are the times where I ask, you turn on the song, or you do some breathing exercises, which you guys will be getting some of those in community. Those types of meditations and things like that. I'm currently working on a meditation album, and it's one album has turned into two. So we're gonna see. I think one will be more guided meditations, and one is kind of like music and a few affirmations. We'll see where spirit is going, because I'm like, can I get out one album before you get me to start on another one? Anywho, but yes, definitely transmute. Hey Dicey, how are you? Thank you for being here. But yeah, so that's the first one. Okay, so everybody got that question right. And again, you don't have to answer it here. This is for your own benefit. This is literally for your own benefit. Okay, what areas of your life feel unclear and or chaotic right now, and what do you intend to do to change that? Okay. Also, an actionable item that I'm gonna ask you guys to do this week: practice stillness. This has been a real busy 19 days. This is the most eventful 19 days of a year that I think I have seen in a long time. It's a lot going on, okay? Take a minute this week and just practice some stillness. If that means that you have to set, this is what I started doing when I started on my journey. Before I could really, like, center myself easily, I would literally set a timer. And, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 minutes, whatever works for you. And take that moment and know, like, the reason why I set a timer is because I'm not gonna get lost in doing the meditation that I forget that I need to go do something else. You know what I'm saying? But I set that timer, and I You can either do it with or without music, but I would say do music without words so that other words aren't being put into your brain, right? So the hertz frequencies, there's all kinds of stuff. I will be putting out some of that music as well. That's why I'm mentioning the two albums. But yeah, like sit up, put some music on, 999 hertz, 528 hertz, 888 hertz, whatever works for you, and just allow yourself to sit with yourself. So many times the meditation version of I Call My Power Back is a good one because there is some moments in there where there are no words at the beginning and at the end. We did that intentionally. That's why the song is 6 minutes long, so that you can have a moment in there to hear your own brain, your own mind, right? And meditation isn't necessarily about like clear your mind. Girl, I have ADHD. Okay, it's all kind of stuff pew through there at all times. For me, meditation is focusing on what I actually want to focus. It's almost like that moment where whatever in front of you is in slow motion, and then there's things that are whiffing next to the side of you, and then everything's moving fast, but right here is going in slow motion. For me, that's what meditation does for me. It's always something happening. I feel everything. I'm an empath. I'm clairvoyant. I'm clairaudient. I'm claircognizant. There's always something happening. But with me, with meditation, I like to focus, right, on what particularly I'm focusing on at that moment. And that's where I get my clarity. So set a timer. Set it for however long you can commit to it, okay? You can do music. You can do no music. And just allow yourself through some deep breathing exercises to just sit with yourself. And whatever comes up, don't judge it. Don't push it away. If you feel like crying, if you feel like being angry, if you feel like screaming, whatever it is, honor it. Know that this is the most authentic you've been with yourself all day. Honor whatever it is that you're feeling, whatever comes up. If you need to speak words, if you need to write, do that. Take those moments. You deserve 5 minutes. You deserve more than that. But we can't even give ourselves 5 whole minutes sometimes before we feel like we need to do something for the kids or the spouse or the job or the mom or the whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, give yourself that. You know what I'm saying? So definitely make sure that you do that. So that's one of the other things I wanted to give you guys. Queen Goddess, if you feel everything, Queen Goddess is saying if you feel everything, people try to pull energy. And I would ask the same question. Clarify for me, because I want to make sure that I'm hearing what you're saying. What I discern, what I feel that you're saying is when you feel everything, people try to pull your energy, meaning people are aware sometimes that you feel. And so because of that, they try to pull your energy or make you feel even more than you necessarily don't want to. Is that what you mean, or do you mean something else? Please clarify that for us, because we definitely would like to know. You are valuable here, and we appreciate you being here. Same thing, Diacy. I understand. Am I saying your name right? Hopefully I'm saying the name right, Diacy. Anyway, so yeah, so there's that. So hopefully you guys got those things. The next thing is going to be, just like as I was talking about the other Daisy. Okay, thank you for the phonetic spelling. I love phonetic spellings because phonetic spellings save my life. Okay, I love that. Thank you. Okay, so the next part we're talking about is radical responsibility for self. All right, y'all see I have a whole little agenda because I be actually, hold on, I don't know if y'all can see. Yeah, she be planning. But yes, so the next thing is radical responsibility for self. Okay, thank you so much, Genevieve. I appreciate you, my love, for the love gift. I appreciate you. So the lyrics, the only person I can save is myself. Yeah. Explore the power of self-accountability in healing and growth, okay? So one of the things that I want you guys to do is recognize that whatever it is that's happening in your life, you allowed or willed it to you. If it's something that you don't like, chances are you have flowed in that frequency and you have allowed that to come to you. So that means that you have the power to get rid of it. You know what I mean? Like you have the ability and the power to change that. Okay. So just be mindful of that. One of the things that I want you guys to do, and I don't know if y'all have pen and paper. I have pen and paper because I be writing stuff down for myself. But another thing that I want you guys to get from this, you have the first reflection question. This is the second one, okay? Identify, and it's not really a question, it's more of an exercise. Identify one area where you have prioritized someone else's issues over your own, and consider how to shift focus back to yourself. I know that happens a lot in relationship, and not just romantic relationship. That happens in family relationship. That happens, in a lot of spaces. So let's see. I did that. Thank you so much. So just think about that. Again, I'm going to say it again so that I'm clear, so that you guys can take this, write it down, ponder on it, think about it, whatever works for you. Identify one area where you have prioritized someone else's issues over your own. And just consider, I'm not saying do anything about it right now if you can't, just consider, how do you shift focus back to yourself? And when I say that, I mean this. I'm in a committed relationship. I'm with my partner, right? There are areas where, and do you mind if I use you an example? Yeah. Okay. I, I'm all about consent. Um, there are areas where I see spaces where she is growing, right? Like she's got things that she's working on, and there may be some blockages or some little small adjustments that she can make, right? What I'm proud of myself in this relationship is that I have allowed her to grow at her pace. Meaning, a lot of the times we're growing and we're in our own journal. We're on our own journey.
That's a word.
And we feel like, okay, this is what I learned, so let me come show you. This is what I just got free from, so let me come tell you. Oh man, I just read this book, and it's nothing wrong with like sharing where you are on your journey, but we cannot expect folks to be able to move at our pace. Okay, because we may have had more practice than them, we may have been on the journey longer than them, or they may move faster in some other areas than we do, and we move slower, and then they move slower in some areas and we move faster, right? But a healthy relationship is allowing people to move at their pace. And what happens at this point, right, is you decide if your pace works for me. It's not my job to change your pace. It's not my job to change how you process. It's my job to decide, okay, can I still flow with you at that pace? And what I mean that is, a lot of the times we're trying to get people to move faster than they need to. And when you move prematurely, it's going to show up later on. So we may try to hurry up. I've been guilty of this or been a part of it. We may try to hurry up and get someone on the same spiritual journey that we're on. And so, okay, if I'm eating plant-based, you need to eat plant-based. If I'm meditating in the morning, you need to come meditate in the morning. If I'm doing this, then you need to do this. And they're not doing it because that's where they are. They're doing it because it seems interesting and they love you and they want to do it for you, but then they end up not doing it for them. And later on in your relationship, when they get tired and their real person comes out, and you're like, well, I thought we were here, and I thought we were, and it was like, no, baby, that was you. That was you. I wasn't there yet. I was just doing it for you. Right? That's also a space of codependency, and we don't like to talk about that, but it is. You know what I'm saying? So just reflect on areas where you have shifted the focus off of yourself to someone else. And how can you shift that focus back on you? Because I'll tell you, as I have learned to do that consistently, I look over now and I be like, okay, sis, she be growing like a rocket child. She doing her thing. She teaching me stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's really from that space of like, okay, I have to release my need to be needed. The only person I can save is myself. The only person I can heal is myself. So this is all personal. Absolutely, Genevieve. Let's see. Queen Goddess says, this has been the most uncomfortable, sacred energy I've ever felt in my life. And I feel that if your third eye is open and you're an empath, they try you because they know you're tapped in and they really don't know things. Absolutely. So then what you have to do is begin to learn how to guard your gates. I know that as an empath, I know that as a person with healing energy, I know that as someone who is growing and learning, we want to love everybody and save everybody, but you can't. You can't, right? So, and you have to remember that you have to protect yourself. So if you're always around people that you have to protect yourself from, you need to change who you're around, because you shouldn't have multiple relationships in your life where you be like, okay, let me go gird myself up before I go over here to homegirl house because she gonna be tapping into my energy. If that happens like too much, then you need to consider who you're spending time with. You know what I mean? Just my 2 cents. Queen Goddess also says, facts. I've been learning that it's good to try not to attach to your partner. Absolutely. Absolutely. Genevieve says, my wife and I are in two different places. I'm spiritual. She's atheist, but opposites attract. Energy vampires, surround yourself with the white light around you. Absolutely. Absolutely. So make sure that you guys, as you are moving along this space, we do it as well. Like anytime that y'all see me live, please know that sage and incense and crystals and protection is always around, okay? Because I understand that it is so insidious sometimes you don't even realize until it's too late that someone is an energy vampire, okay? And not saying that any of you are, but it's just a constant that is a part of my spiritual hygiene. I take spiritual baths multiple times a week. That's why I have a spiritual bath in my store. So if other people are like, I don't know what herbs to put together, I already did the work for you. There's spiritual baths in the store. You can go to myskinisworthy.com. You can go in the store right here on YouTube. But we both individually took a spiritual bath this morning. It's a part of your spiritual hygiene. And that's something else too that a lot of people don't understand. This is a lifestyle, y'all. This isn't meditation and coffee and incense. That's that's not what this journey is. That's cute. That's like the cute aesthetic part, right? But there's a lot of this journey that has to do with protection, that has to do with being mindful. That's why the song I Call My Power Back is so powerful, and the reason why I wrote it is because as an empath, as a person that feels, that hears, that sees, I don't just have one. I have multiple. Okay. And so I was just like, okay, I got to figure out some kind of way to pull this back so that I can reset, so that I can be good for me. Because if I can't be good for me, I can't be good for nobody else, right? That's where the song came from. Let's see. So yes, make sure that you guys are tapping in, that you are joining community as well, because we'll be talking about this type of stuff and more. Queen Goddess, do you know anything about willpower in the body? Willpower in what way? There's some things that I know. I don't claim to know everything, so please don't think that you finna get somebody that can tell you every single thing. I'm still growing and learning. There are a lot of things that I do know, but there are some things that I don't. But yes, definitely willpower in the body is something that is really important to me as I have begun to study different sort of psychological takes, those types of things. The Power of Water is an amazing book. If anyone has ever read about it or heard about it, it is huge. Our bodies are made up of majority water. And if you've seen the studies on water, when you speak positively to water, at the molecular level, it creates these beautiful snowflakes. And if you don't, it creates like these shards of ice. So what happens in our bodies if we're speaking positively and if we're speaking negatively, right? So those are types of things that I definitely understand. You say head and body. Okay, got you. So yeah, those are, say it again. Oh, okay. No worries. I thought you were saying something. No worries. Genevieve says, hugging trees for 10 seconds and being barefoot on the ground will help. Absolutely. There's literally, I think one of the videos I did for I Call My Power Back, the meditation, I was in my favorite forest in Houston, hugging my trees. Like, I call them my trees because they're mine. And I got to find my trees here in LA because I have not found the particular one that I go to yet. But every time I move, there's a space where I find, and it's my tree. And that is the tree that I go to transmute my energy, to hug it, to release, to be filled. If you notice, I'm always having greenery around me. This is prosperity. She's playing over my head. She always wants to hang. But yeah, definitely those are spaces like you want to make sure that you do things to help transmute energy. And sometimes you do have to transmute it out of yourself. And the best thing to do is transmute it back into the ground. Okay, that way it can be removed from you. It won't be coming back. And it's like, it's grounded. So it's there. You know what I'm saying? So definitely make sure that you guys do that. Queen Goddess says, me too. I feel nobody knows everything. We work together collectively if we like it or not. Absolutely. And that means that, we all may not agree. There may be some things that I say that you're like, I don't know about that one, Joy. And that's cool. Like, I'm not so caught up in my ego that I think that everything that I say is correct, or that, I just speak about what works for me. And that may not work for you. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, all of it goes into what we don't realize, I think, is that when you put things out into the atmosphere, it doesn't always come back to you in the same way. It comes back in a different way, right? And that's good or bad. So if I'm saying, okay, I want to share what I'm doing on my journey that's helping me, and my intention is to purely help other people, be inspiration or be a guide or be, some sort of light, right? A beacon of hope. And I'm saying, okay, God, this is what I do. That intention will come back to me. Now, someone else will say, well, I don't like doing that particular thing. Okay. But someone else that may not even been present when I said it, someone else that went back and watched the video, someone else that someone told about it, may say, oh my God, that's the exact answer that I've been looking for. That's what I've been looking for myself. So understanding that what you put out there comes back to you. It just doesn't always come back from the same source. So stop looking to people to reciprocate and to reciprocate exactly what you give. Because then you're not giving from a genuine place. You're giving from a place that I expect you. I gave you this encouragement. I called you, or you called me 3 times, and I answer the phone all times, and I let you talk to me for an hour about that man. So when I call, you need to answer the phone. There is some truth to that. But at the same time, was I answering the phone? What was the purpose? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm truly here to help my friend, then I'm not necessarily saying, okay, when I'm crying next week, I'm gonna call you, and you don't answer the phone, you're not my friend no more. You don't know if that person was still dealing with stuff. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop expecting when you put things out into the universe that they come back in the same way that you expect them. A lot of times that will come back in the form of another way, right? I don't know why I went there. That's clearly for somebody, because I wouldn't even think about that. I'm completely gay, so I don't even think about that. But anyway, I'm goofy too, y'all. Y'all will know that about me. Like, spirituality, yes, it is deep. Yes, it is amazing. And there are mysteries that have never been explained and explored. And there's a lot of stuff that we don't know. But at the same time, I'm human. I'm in a human body. And if I'm not enjoying or having fun while doing this, if I'm not cracking some jokes, if I'm not like learning and it being fun, I'm that person. It's got to be fun for me to learn it. If it's not fun, I don't want to do it. It's boring. That's why my affirmation music is what it is, because the affirmation music that I was listening to sounded very monotonous, or there wasn't anything. Like, it's fun, it might be a bop, but is this really speaking to my soul, my heart? Is this giving me things that I can turn around and say in my life that I can use as a tool? You know what I'm saying? And there's amazing artists out here. I love the affirmation artists that are out here. But prior to, it was very whitewashed. It was very whitewashed. It was very, English accent and very boring. And I was like, nah, baby, it's got to work for me. It's got to resonate in my body, in my spirit, for me to listen to it. So yes, absolutely. Genevieve says, I've shown your music and videos to a lot of people, and they all told me that they needed to hear that. And thank you. I shall. I'm so grateful for that. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for that. Thank you for the shares and the likes and the streams and all the things. Thank you for sharing it with other people. It's just really loud outside. Child, as we're going live, now the motorcycle people want to come downstairs in front of my place. So sorry if y'all hear that in the background. Um, they are. They're just revving it up. It's all good. But yes, thank you guys for that. And then I will leave you. Let's see, we got about 15 minutes. Okay, so definitely I'll go ahead and start the Q&As. If you guys have any questions, if I can answer them, I would love to. If anyone else that is here can answer the question, feel free to jump in. Okay, I don't feel like I have to be the only one talking. You can't spell community without you. That's true, babe. So, definitely drop your questions. These last 15 minutes, we'll be on here for an hour today, so we're already at 45. But yeah, drop your questions and we will answer them as a community. How about that? But this last thing that I wanted to leave with you all as well is the freedom in letting go. Okay? The freedom in letting go. The last part of the song, I says, I have lost the fears, the insecurities, and the limitations projected onto me. So the beginning part of that lyric says, look at me with new eyes, because actually I have lost my mind. I have lost the fears, the insecurities, and the limitations projected onto me. So I want us to move to a space where we're like, yeah, you can call me crazy. I am. Because I'm no longer allowing you to project your fears onto me. I'm no longer allowing my family to project their insecurities onto me. I'm not allowing my friends to project their limitations onto me, right? And guess what? We can have all of those things. We can recognize that people have insecurities, fears, and limitations, and they still be good people. And they still be people that should stay in our lives. But sometimes, even in relationships, there's ebbs and flows, right? Like there's moments where you may talk to this person every day, and then you're growing through something, and they're growing through something, and y'all may not talk but once a week or once a month. And when y'all come back, like I have friendships like that, right? And when we come back, then it's like, girl, let me tell you what's been going on. And it ends up being the same thing. We're growing in the same way individually. You know what I'm saying? So know that just because people have fears, insecurities, and limitations, these are not people that you're supposed to cut off necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Like you have those things too. And they ain't cut you off yet. But just understand that there is freedom in letting go. There is freedom in allowing yourself to be clear, and allowing clarity to come to you. Just like I said, whatever it is that you have in your life, that you're experiencing in your life, you have attracted it, called it in, and allowed it. And if it's something that you don't like, you can unallow it. You know what I mean? So let's see. We got some comments here. Marcel, hello. Marcel Powell, natural face, looking good, good vibes, positive. Absolutely. Only positive vibes over here. Genevieve, remember what we would learn from life if it was easy, right? What would we actually learn if this stuff was easy? Not much, right? It's the energy we're making it by talking it out and attracting things, not sure what yet. It's hard to let go when they come back. Okay, yes, ma'am, understand that. Hi, Only for Humanity 555. I see your heart. God bless you as well. Thank you so much. So, somebody else said something?
No, I actually gave the infinity sign.
Oh, yes. Peace and blessings from California. Hey, I'm in California as well. M Sunshine Star Child, how you doing? Sending healing powers and strength to all in this room. Absolutely, and that's what this room is created for. But as I was saying, I want to make sure that you guys understand that there is freedom in letting go. There is freedom in getting clarity. And sometimes that looks like doing some work that is not fun. Because as I was saying, this healing journey, I know that social media makes it look like it is meditations and yoga and coffee and incense and plants. That is the aesthetic, but that is not the real. A lot of times healing is very hurtful. Sometimes healing requires you to cut off people. Sometimes all the time healing requires you to set a good boundary. And so, Queen Goddess, when you say it's hard to let go when they come back. How are they showing back up? And how are you allowing that? And you don't have to answer that now. That's just something for you to meditate on. But how are they? What boundary are you not enforcing, right? And how are you contributing to them continuing to show back up? And again, that's not necessarily always like if you're at home with your parents or with your family members and they're the people that live in the house with you, okay, they're showing back up because they live here. I get that, right? But even in that space, you can still set a boundary, right? So just be mindful of that as well. Let's see, what's the next one? Queen K, hello, hello. Thank you for being here. You look lovely. What crystal is that you're wearing? You know what? Okay, there's something about Tulum. Okay.
I thought somebody said something about Tijuana.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So go ahead, continue.
So, this is a mixture of a few things, but there's hematite here. There's some obsidian. There's some onyx. This one is actually a gift. One of my Joyagers, I don't like calling people fans, makes crystal wrapped jewelry or copper wrapped jewelry. And so this is a quartz that I think it's like a rainbow quartz. And it's very, very powerful. This thing, it's not light, but it's real good. But yeah, so this is rainbow quartz with some hematite and some obsidian. So protection. Like I said, it's always around. It may not be, shouting out to you guys, but it's always there. So yes, let's see. I'm originally from Chula Vista, California, 5 minutes from Tijuana. Okay, gotcha. I've heard of Tijuana a lot. We're actually having a retreat in Tulum this year. So if anyone is interested, definitely make sure that you go tap into the community. There will be some stuff on the website posted by tomorrow. I know the developer is like updating some things. But we will have that, and there's installments, because I understand. So definitely you can get in that thing for a little bit every month if you need to. So yeah, definitely make sure that you check those out as well. But yes, I've heard a lot about Tijuana. M. Sunshine Star Child, healing is also tears, introspection, honesty, and vulnerability, and remembering to make space for joy. Absolutely. That's absolutely. You're absolutely correct. Yeah, there is a lot that healing looks like. And you have to be like we're humans. So you can lie to other people. As a human, you are capable of lying, right? It's really, really hard to lie to yourself though. Like you can say it out loud, but your spirit like, girl, you know you're lying. Man, you know you're lying. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really, really difficult to lie to yourself. But it's possible. And people have done it. And what they're doing is that they're not lying to themselves at this point. They're just ignoring themselves because your intuition, your life is telling you, girl, live in your truth and stop playing. But you continue to outwardly speak the lie. But it's really difficult to, so make sure that you're being honest with yourself and vulnerable with yourself in this transition, okay? Genevieve, how do I join the community? So definitely make sure that you, in the description of this video, there is a link to join the community. You can also go to my store that has my merch, myskinisworthy.com, and there's a section in there that says join our community. You'll be able to do it there. You can go any of my social media pages. We'll have a link to join the community as well. But there is a link here on YouTube for you to be able to go and join community for sure. Definitely there is more songs coming, Queen K. I was just telling them I'm working on 2 meditation albums. And then there's some more music coming from Screw Formation, which is a genre of music that we created that blends screw music with affirmation music, because your girl is from the H. And so, we got to have some stuff that resonates as well. So there's definitely new music coming for sure. But make sure that you guys are streaming, finding joy in the journey right now, as well as a Joy Soul experience, as well as the translated version of I'll Call My Power Back, the Spanish remix, and the meditation. So there's those as well. But definitely make sure that you guys tap in there. But thank you for that question, Queen K. I appreciate you. Let's see. Yes, M Sunshine Star Child. I love that. Definitely make sure that you are making space for joy. That's part of getting clarity is how do I get back to my joy? So maybe that's something that I can tag on to that first reflection question, right? What areas of my life may feel chaotic right now and what do I intend to do about it? Add this. How do I get back to my joy? Add this as a question to yourself. How do I get back to my joy? If you're not in joy now, right? How do I get back to my joy? And these are things that you're going to pose to your highest self, and you're going to answer those questions for yourself, okay? So definitely, hey, Miss BB, how are you? Clarity got me in a chokehold. I love that. I love that. I love that. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you. It's definitely something that came from my soul. That came, I think that one came out the root chakra, child, because I was like, look, over it. But yeah, definitely make sure that you guys tap in and listen to the music, share it. Thank you so much. It's also tagged to this video, the song Clarity, so you can actually purchase it. It's $7. 777. Okay, you can purchase it, download it, and listen to it wherever, and not just on like streaming platforms, because again, y'all realize that the world is shifting, right? Which means that the way we communicate is going to shift. There's going to be a lot of propaganda, and remember, you heard it here. There's about to be a lot of propaganda pushed through social media. And that's not, I don't want you to be scared because we have nothing to be afraid of. We are divine beings, but I want us to be aware that what we understand as reality, perceived reality, is probably going to change. And if you are not centered and grounded in what you know to be true, you can be easily persuaded. So just be mindful. That's again why we're creating safe space and community that's not on social media. Because things that are sacred, I think sometimes we need those private spaces. And I know I do. You know what I'm saying?
God is good.
So yes, definitely make sure that y'all tap in there. Genevieve says that's amazing. I can't wait for the new music. Greetings, gorgeousness. Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, y'all make sure and please understand that I may look like abundance because I am. However, music making is expensive as hell. Okay, it's so expensive from studio time to mixing and mastering, like the whole thing. Okay, so definitely make sure that you guys are. That's why I'm saying like purchase buy art from the artist, like do those types of things. I appreciate you, Genevieve, for your love gift. Like please understand that those types of things require money. So they take time because they require money. They require the right people. We got to get on the same page with the producer and the timing and, the whole thing. So definitely make sure that you guys pay attention to that. So if we say donation for certain things or we have paid memberships for certain things, that's how we're funding the music. Okay. Know that it's not like going in my pocket. It's going to fund the music that will then turn around and help to continue to support you all on your journey, okay? We have workshops that are coming up. We have this amazing retreat in Tulum, Mexico, Memorial Day weekend. I like to be able to have things Memorial Day weekend and Labor Day weekend because it's a longer weekend. Most people are off work or at least have a day, off. And that way you can come to the retreat that weekend and you can still get home, right? Without having to take time because I don't want you to lose out on your money. So definitely make sure that y'all tap in with us for that. Let's see. Genevieve says, sending light and healing power strength to you. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate you. And yes, it definitely has been happening, Queen K. It's been happening for years now. It's just now, it's like, because it's been happening in little insidious ways, now they can be bold, right? Now they can put it in your face. What just happened with TikTok is a book straight out of Hitler's book, changing and skewing the media. Like Hitler didn't have TikTok, but he had radio, he had media, he had news outlets. So the same thing. Okay, so please understand that it's about to get real. So make sure that you guard yourself. Make sure that you tap in with community. Make sure that you tap in with folks that are actually on a healing journey. And I'll say this, like, I absolutely still believe that I will live in abundance. I absolutely believe that this year, my music will touch even more people and reach even more people, and that the monetary donations and the monetary flow that the universe has decided that I should have from that will come. And I'll be able to fund my albums and all those types of things. Like, I completely believe that. I'm not worried about, like, oh, who's in office and I won't be able to do anything. I'm a divine being, honey. You can't stop. You can't stop what the divine has for you. So, I'm not worried about it, but I just really want people to be aware. I want people to be aware. I want us to be awake, and I want us to pay attention, and I want us to remember what the truth is, because fact isn't always truth. I'm gonna say that again. Fact isn't always truth. Okay, so just be mindful. Just be mindful of what you're saying. Okay. But yes, definitely thank you guys for being here. Are there any more questions before we hop off of here? Hopefully I've been able to at least, help you all with, hey Vanessa, help you all with some thoughts or things, reflective questions you can ask yourself as far as getting clarity at the beginning of this year. Again, this has been a real interesting 19 days of 2025. I'm sending all love to everyone who's been affected by the LA fires. I am currently in LA. Thank God we did not have fire in our home. I appreciate that. However, our businesses were significantly impacted. We had to leave the city for a while because I have respiratory sensitivities, and yeah, I couldn't breathe, y'all. So definitely, y'all make sure that you are, if you can, donate to the GoFundMe's for the families. The American Red Cross and some of the other larger conglomerates, that money is not reaching the people that it needs to reach. Definitely make sure that y'all donate to the people in Altadena, because as the Palisades, it's been broadcasted over the news, Altadena is not getting as much. And that is where the resources really need to go, because the folks in the Palisades, some of them have the resources to rebuild, but the folks in Altadena may not, okay? So definitely make sure that y'all tap in. If you're going to donate, give, volunteer, whatever, make sure that you're doing it at a grassroots level, and not with the big, conglomerates, okay? But thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of you who have been here. Queen K, Genevieve, Vanessa, Monique, Queen Goddess, Miss BB. Let's see who else. M Sunshine. Evie, thank you, my love. Only for Humanity. Marcel, thank you for coming through. I'm trying to go through and make sure that I call everybody's name. Daisy, yes. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, all of you guys who have tapped in and commented. Love Ivy. Thank you, Golden Arrow. Thank you. Thank all of you, Artine. Thank you. Thank all of you who have come and participated. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, like, I'm not one of those people that's so like, oh, I'm a celebrity that I can't. Girl, I'm a human being experiencing. I'm a spiritual being experiencing this human experience, and so, just like you are, I honor each and every one of you. I honor the God, the divine, the power that is in each and every one of you. I thank you for being here with us today. I appreciate all of you for listening to the music. Please make sure that you run the streams up. I am an independent artist. There is not a big label budget. It's me and Evan. Okay, so y'all make sure that y'all run the streams up. Make sure that if you can purchase the music, please do so. You can purchase individual songs or the album. Make sure that you tap in. Again, the description box in this video is going to have the link for you to join community, as well as you can go to any of my social media sites, and it will be on the website on joysoulmusic.com by tomorrow, a place for you to be able to go in and join community as well, okay? So thank you so much for all of you guys. I honor your human experience, and I speak to your spirit and tell you that I love you and you are powerful and necessary, okay? Thank you so much for being here. I love y'all. Have a good evening. Peace.